Hey there guys, welcome to Patrick Parson Workshop. Today I'm going to share my secret with you of how I have avoided poison ivy for the last 12 years. I used to get it every year, haven't gotten it in 12 years, and I'm going to tell you how. This one secret is the key to never getting a case of poison ivy, even if you've been exposed and have touched some poison ivy, never to break out in a rash, and it works. Again, I'm not a doctor, but this is something that has worked for me and something that I want to share with you. So let's get started. Poison ivy is miserable. I had it almost every year up until the time that I was just over 30 years old. And sometimes it gets so bad I'd have to go to the doctor and get a shot. And I might even be so miserable that I couldn't go to work for a day or two. So let me tell you how to avoid it. Tip number one, if you're going to mow or do any weed eating, take a look around the area before you start to see if there's any poison ivy. What you're looking for is 3 leaves. So if you see vines, ground cover, even what might appear to be a small bush, if you see 3 leaves, leave it alone. Stay away from it. What I would do is get some of the poison ivy or brush killer, spray it down, keeping your distance from it, spray it down, make sure you coat every leaf, and then do that every other day for several days until you see that it is completely dead and brown. At that point, I would wear some gloves, dispose of it, don't burn it for sure, because those fumes I've heard can even get that poison ivy into your lungs, which you want to avoid. So the next thing is wearing the proper clothing. Wear long sleeves, long pants, make sure you have socks on, gloves. But the big thing is don't handle weeds that might be poison ivy. If you have to, and you know that you're going to get into some poison ivy, or you think that you probably did, that's where we come to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is the poison ivy irritation is caused by an oil that's on the leaves of the poison ivy. So once you get that oil on your fingers, usually that's how you spread it. You have an itch on your arm. A lot of it usually starts out on this part of your arm, or it has on me lots of times. You scratch that, now you've got it on your fingers, and now you've put this poison ivy oil all over your body. So you want to get back into the house, take off your clothes. I would go to your laundry room and put your clothes directly into the washer. Go straight to your shower. This is the big secret. Dawn dishwashing liquid. My wife washes dishes with it, so we always have it in the kitchen. I also have a small container in the floor of our shower, and I just keep it there all the time. If I think I've been in to some poison ivy, poison oak, I will jump in the shower. Starting at my head, I take this Dawn dishwashing detergent, I wash my hair with it. I make sure at the same time that I'm washing my hair that I'm kind of scratching my scalp and running my fingers all through my hair. That kind of helps clean your fingernails, your cuticles, your fingers, making sure that you've got all the oil off your hands. And then I just work my way down. This time, at this point, I bring out a wash rag and get Dawn on the wash rag. I wash my face, my ears, my neck, all the way down, head to toe. Rinse off as you're going, use more Dawn. You're going to use, in the showering session, you're going to use probably a 1/4 cup of Dawn total. You're going to use it pretty liberally. After you go over yourself one time, start at the top and go over yourself again. After you're done with that, the oil is now off your body. It's down the drain of your shower, and you're ready to get out of the shower and dry off and put your clothes on as normal. I've even had this work for me when I got a poison ivy rash that popped up on this part of my arm. It was bubbly and welty and just really looked like a mess. And right after I had an itch on my arm and I scratched it, and I found out I got it from my cat. He had been in the woods and then on my lap, and so I had the poison ivy here on my arm. I followed the same process, went straight up into the shower, used the Dawn and a wash rag trick, and within 2 hours, those welts and that rash was completely gone. There wasn't a trace of it. And I'm not saying that will work every time. Usually it's best to get it before you see any rash. Time is of the essence with this. You want to get to it quick. If you think you've been in the weeds, come in and do this immediately. But that one time, and this was a couple months back, it did work for me that I already had the rash started and the Dawn took care of it. So I hope this has helped you today. I've been using it, like I said, for at least 12 years, and it has worked for me consistently. Never had poison ivy during that time, and I'm very prone to poison ivy. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, give us a like, and leave a comment. Tell me what some of your poison ivy home remedies and recipes are. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.